Greetings to all. Welcome to Future Officers Academy. Today we are going to see the daily current affairs of 26th July. So today we are going to discuss the topics of states have unlimited right to tax mineral rich lands, which comes under GS2 paper under international relations. Next, a notable life of scholar, economist of distinction and social concerns, which comes under prelims fact. We have to know under prelims fact. Next, minister launches revamped model skill loan scheme. It also comes under prelims perspective. Next, India's illegal coal mining problem, which comes under GS3 paper. Next, Lokmanya Tilak. We have to know about the personality. Next, editorial analysis. And finally, the mapping. Our first topic is about states have unlimited right to tax mineral rich lands. So, we have to know about what it is in news. The Supreme Court delivered a significant 8:1 judgment affirmation that the state legislature have the power to tax mining lands and quarries independent the parliament mines and minerals Development and Regulation Act of 1957 MMDR Act. So the case background is the case Mineral Area Development Authority versus Steel Authority of India, pending for over 25 years, was decided by an 8-1 split with the Chief Justice D.Y. Chandrachand authorizing the majority opinion. Now, what is the understanding royalties and taxes here? Royalties are fees paid for the right to use product distinct from taxes. Section 9 of the Mines and Minerals Development and Regulation Act 1957 requires leaseholders to pay royalties to those leasing the land. Next, the legal questions and historical decisions is the Supreme Court 1989 India Cement Limited versus State of Tamil Nadu decision initially deemed royalties as taxes, a position challenged and revisited over the years. In 2004, State of West Bengal versus Kesoram Industries Limited clarified that royalties are not taxes, correcting a typographical error from the Indian cement decision. The Mineral Area Development Authority case sought to resolve conflicts arising from these interpretations. Now, what are the major decisions? Royalties are not the taxes here. The majority ruled that royalties are payments based on specific contracts between leaseholders and lessors and not taxes. Taxes serve public purpose while royalties compensate lessors for exclusive mineral rights. Now, the state's power to tax mineral development. It says that the court held that states can tax mineral development activities independent on the MMDRDA Act under Entry 50 of the state list, which grants exclusive state powers over mineral rights taxes. Entry 54 of the Union list grants the center regulatory power over mines and mineral development but not taxing power. The dissenting opinion by Justice Nagaratna was Justice Nagaratna argued the royalties should be considered taxes to maintain uniform mineral development. She believed that MMRDRA purpose would be underdetermined by allowing states to impose additional levies. She also contended that the MMDRA denuded states taxing powers post enactment and the entry 49 of the state list does not permit taxing mineral bearing land. So, what are the implications seen here? This ruling allows states to generate additional revenue through taxes on mining activities and land used for mining, providing clarity on distinction between royalties and taxes and reinforcing states' fiscal autonomy in mineral development. Now, what are all the UPSC mains question have been asked in the 2014 is though the federal principle is dominant in our constitution and the principle is one of its basic feature, but it is actually equally true that federalism under the Indian constitution leans in favor of a strong center, a future that militates against the concept of a strong federalism. So you can have practice on this. Christopher Thomas Curran, 2nd July 1931 to 23rd July 2024, was distinguished economist and former professor of Madras Christian He served as the president of Indian Economic Association in 2000. He authored 15 books that focused on various aspects of economics with a particular emphasis on poverty eradication. He was known for his criticism of mainstream economics for not addressing poverty effectively and advocated for economic policies aimed at reducing poverty. So, that's all from this topic. Our next topic is about Minister launches a revamped model skill loan scheme. So the Ministry of Skill Development and Entrepreneurship revamped the model skill loan scheme for skill development courses with a fresh maximum loan limit of 7.5 lakh. The earlier launched in 2015 credit guarantee fund scheme for skill development has maximum loan limit of rupees 1.5 lakh. Now what are all the challenges faced by this CGFSSD? So the challenges are, first is the low fund utilization under the scheme. Next, the inflation, and to the next is less number of lending institutions. So these are three are the challenges. Now what are the need for revamped model skill loan scheme? So it is needed to fill the skill gap and also to adapting to rapid technology and social shift, with that to integrate new edge learning. So these are the need for revamped model skill loan scheme. Next, the revamped model skill loan scheme is, we have to know about their background first. In her budget 2024 to 25 speech, the finance minister had announced the model skill loan scheme. The scheme is aimed providing easy essay access to advanced level skill courses which potentially pose a significant financial barrier for many diversing students and candidates to gain funistic and in-demand industry skills. The scheme empowers youth with financial support for advanced skilling through the instrument of collateral-free loans up to rupees 7.5 lakh. Next, with this, we have to know about the scheme. The scheme is aimed at provide easy access to advanced level skill course with the potentially pose significant financial barrier for many deserving students and candidates to gain futuristic in demand industry skills. The scheme empowers youth in financial report and advanced skilling instrument of a collateral free loans up to 7.5 lakhs. So with this we have to know about their significance. By ensuring uninterrupted credit flow in the skilling sector and by providing low income youths and access to affordable finance for specialized skill courses, this scheme is expected to help 25,000 students even every year. With the help of this initiative, aspiring candidates can choose from plethora of skill courses in sectors and healthcare, IT data, science, cloud application, digital marketing, gaming, drone technology, etc. These courses driven by changing industry dynamics offer sustainable placement opportunities and potential for international mobility. With this, we have the UPSC prelims question which have been asked in 2018 with reference to Pradhan Mantri Kaushal Vikas Yojana. Consider the following. It is a flagship scheme of a Ministry of Labour and Employment. It, among other things, it will also impart training in soft skills, entrepreneurship, financial and digital literacy. It aims to align the competence of unregulated workforce of the country to the national skill qualification framework. Which of the statement given below are correct? So answer is all the three statements are correct. Our next topic is India's illegal coal mining program. On July 13, three workers died of asphyxiation inside an illegal coal mining in Gujarat, Sundarnagar district. So, how prevent is illegal coaling mining in India? So, illegal coal mining has led to multiple fatalities, including recent incidents in Gujarat, Jharkhand, and West Bengal, highlighting its prevalence and dangers. There are 10 workers who had died in illegal mining incidents in Gujarat alone this year, showcasing the ongoing risk associated with this activity. Illegal mining is often conducted in abandoned mines or shallow coal seams, particularly in remote areas where monitoring and enforcement of regulations are weak. Now, what are the legal framework governing coal mining in India? So, Coal Mines Nationalization Act 1973. So, it says that that act nationalized coal mining in India, regulating who can mine coal and under what conditions. Mines and Minerals Development and Regulation Act 1957, that is MMDR Act. So the central legislation governs the mining sector, detailing process for acquiring mining license and regulating mining activities. It empowers state governments to frame rules to prevent illegal mining. Now, what are all the responsibilities for addressing illegal mining placed under state governments? They are law and order issues and limited central authority. These four are the main responsibility for addressing illegal mining. Now, what are the factors contributes to the persistence of this illegal mining? High demand for coal, poverty and unemployment, weak regulatory enforcement, and political patronage. These are the factors contributing for persistence of illegal coal mining. Now, what are the safe risks to workforces face here? So it is lack of safety equipment, hazardous working conditions, toxic gas exposure. These are all the risk faced here. Need to implement advanced surveillance technology such as drones and satellite imaging to monitor and detect illegal mining activities in real time. This can improve the efficiency of enforcement agencies in identifying and responding to illegal operations swiftly. With this, we have the prelims previous year question which have been asked in 2023. With reference to coal-based thermal power plants in India, consider the following statement. None of them uses seawater. None of them is set up in water-stressed district. None of them is privately owned. How many of the above statements are correct? So the answer is D. None of the statement is correct. So every statement is a wrong statement. Next, we have to know about the Lokmanya Tilak. So the Prime Minister recently paid tributaries to Lokmanya Tilak on the birth anniversary. So Balagangadhar Tilak, commonly known as Lokmanya Tilak, was a prominent Indian nationalist freedom fighter, social reformer, and a political leader during the Indian independence movement. He was one of the prime architects of modern India and probably the strongest advocate of Swaraj or self rule for India. He is known for his slogan Swaraj is my birthright and I shall have it. He was born as Keshav Gandha Tilak and his followers bequeathed upon him the title of Lokmanya, meaning he was who revered by the people. The extremist, he was considered a radical nationalist. The British government termed him the father of Indian unrest. Now, the organizations. He joined the National Congress Party in the year 1890. He also helped found All India Home Rule League in 1916 to 18 with G. Karpade and Annie Besant. Tilak started the Home Rule Movement League in Maharashtra, Central Provinces, and Karnataka and Berar region. The Besant League was active in the rest of India. It aimed to advocate for self rule and raise public awareness about India's right to govern itself. Now, what are the literary works seen here? Tilak was prolific writer and journalist. He used his newspaper Kesari, meaning lion, in Marathi and later Maratha in English to disseminate national ideas. Some of the notable literary works include The Arctic Home in the Vedas, where he presented his theory that the Vedas originated the Arctic region, and Srimad Bhagavad Gita Rahasya, an interpretation of Bhagavad Gita from the national perspective. And as an educationist, he actively supported the eradication of social evils like untouchability and child marriage and promoted education for women. So Lal Bal Pal. So he had popular leaders such as Bipin Chandrapal and Lala Lajpat Rai as the political companies, and the three were popularly known as Lal, Bal, and Pal Triumvirate. Now, what are the imprisonments in here? He was arrested for sedition on multiple occasions. His most beloved incarnation lasted from 1908 to 1914, during which he wrote the famous book Gita Rahasya, The Secret of Bhagavata, that is Gita. In 1916, he concluded the Lucknow Pact with Muhammad Ali Jinnah, which provided for Hindu-Muslim unity in the nationalistic struggle. With this, we have a UPSC prelims question which have been asked in previous year 2019. With reference to the Swadeshi movement, consider the following statement. It has contributed to revival of the indigenous artisans, crafts and industries. The National Council of Education was established as a part of Swadeshi movement. So we have to choose the correct one. So the answer is C. Both 1 and 2 are correct. So these two statements are correct. Our next topic is about editorial analysis. And editorial analysis, we have the topic of teaching mental well-being will reduce suicides. An article in the Lancet has again turned the spotlight on the suicide. Psychiatrists have been talking about ways to reduce suicides, but run the fact that government, state, and central have shown little interest. Strategy to crab suicides. So, blueprint to stem suicides. The National Suicide Prevention Strategy was launched in November 2022. The aim was to establish effective surveillance mechanism for suicide within 3 years and establish psychiatric outpatient departments to provide suicide prevention services through the district mental health programs in all districts within the next 5 years. It called the integrating a mental well-being curriculum into the educational institution within 8 years. Now, what are the top killer here? In India, more than 1 lakh lives are lost annually to suicide, and it is the top killer in the 15 to 29 years category. So now what is the sense of fatality? The sense of fatality stands for there are a sense of fatality when we start talking about suicide prevention. Even a 20% drop in suicides would save 40,000 lives annually. By talking, sorry, by talking about suicides, we would be acknowledging the problem and try to find solutions. The present approach is pessimism. We need to district-wise program that can bring about consistent results. The policy changes do make a difference, and these policies are there and need to be implemented. Now, with this, we have to know about what is suicide. Suicide is when people harm themselves with a global and entering their life and they die as a result. With this, we have the India's first suicidal prevention day policy. So what are the India's first suicide prevention policies is in 2020-22 Indian Ministry of Health and Family Welfare announced a national suicide prevention strategy. So we have to get more about this. The newly launched National Suicide Prevention Strategy is the first of its kind in the country. The suicide prevention policy comes with time-bound action plans and multi-sectoral collaborations to achieve a reduction in suicide mortality. The strategy broadly seeks to establish effective surveillance mechanism for suicide within the next years. Next, the policy envisages community and social report in line with global strategy. So these are some of the for India's first suicide prevention policy. Next, Government of India initiatives. They are National Mental Health Program, that is National Mental Health Program, NMHP, which is in the year 1982. Next, Mental Health Care Act 2017, discrimination suicide attempts. After that, mental Manodorpan initiative. After that, Kiran helpline. So these are the some of the government initiatives taken under this topic. So our next topic is about mapping national parks of India. Already we have been discussed the introduction for national parks of India in a previous current affairs video, and we'll continue after the Bihar. So we are seeing the name of the states and their protected areas in state wise. Still Bihar we have been seen in the last video. In this we'll start from Goa. Goa state has Molam, Blackbuck, Gir, Marine, Bansa. such as protected area of national park list. These are. Next in Gujarat we have same Molam, Blackbuck, Gir, Marimine, Vansa. In Haryana we have Kalesar, Sultanpur. In Himachal Pradesh we have Great Himalayan, Indrakilla, Kirgana, Pinwali, Kolsharach, Silambaram. In Jharkhand, Betla, Karnataka, Bandipur, Banekarka, Kumarmak, Nagarhole, Anshi. In Kerala, Anemudi Shola, Eravikulam, Mantikentan Shola, Pambaram Shola, Periyar, Silent Valley. In Madhya Pradesh, Bandavark, dinosaur fossils, Fossil, Pench, Kanna, Kono, Madhav, Panna, Sanjay, Satpura, Banvihar. In Maharashtra, we have Chandoli, Gugamal, Navigyogan, Pench, Sanjay, Tadoba. In Manipur, we have Keibul, Lamjo, Shironi. In Meghalaya, we have Balam, Karam, Nikor Ridge. In Mizoram, we have Merlin, Pangu Blue Mountain, that is. In Nagaland, we have Intaki. In Odisha, Bidharkarnika, Simlipal. In Rajasthan, we have Desert, Kaliodiogana, Mukandra Hills, Ranthambore, Sariska. In Sikkim, we have Kanchenjunga. Tamil Nadu, we have Ginti, Gulf of Mannar Marine, Indira Gandhi, Mudumalai, Mukruti. In Telangana, we have Kasu, Brahamanta Reddy, Mahavir Haryana Vansitali, Murgavani. In Tripura, we have clouded Riopat and Bison. Uttar Pradesh, Dhwa. Uttarakhand, we have Corbett, Gangotri, Govind, Nanda Devi, Rajaji, Valley of Flowers. In West Bengal, we have Baksa, Gorumara, Jaldapara, Neora Valley, Singliela, Sundarban. In Andaman and Nicobar Islands, we have Campbell Bay, Galathe Bay, Mahatma Gandhi Maritime, that is Bangalore, Mount Harriet, Rani Jhansi Marine, Sandal Peak. In Jammu Kashmir, we have city forest, that is Salim Ali, Dachingam, Kazinga, Kishtwar, high altitude. In Ladakh, we have Himmels. So that's all from the National Parks of India. To read this document, you can visit our website. Our website link have been provided in the description. To get more daily current affairs videos, follow our YouTube channel, also our Telegram channel. Thank you.